sent me a video of him and Aiden in the garage. I'm like, cook. And did my video.
Gutter with it, bitch, you got a problem, shut up or come with it. Gutter with it, I'm the gutter man, smooth like butter man. Gutter with it, rough and rugged when I spit it. Gutter with it, I'm the shit, bitch, I don't need to admit it. Gutter with it, you don't want beef, boy, drop it and forget it. Gutter with it, rough and rugged when I spit it. As I step up to blaze another track, faced with my brother, drops it fat off the meat rack, which is cut, lay my tracks for free, bitch, what? Riding on them low roads, pimping hoes, cause I like to stunt. Flash my gold, crank the bass till the woofers blow. Oh no, scrap deep, back up on the block. You can tell by the knock in the trunk, keep it pumped. At all times I'm on the grind, trying to get mine. Laundering illegal cash, stacking bank rolls. I can print out and show your ass. Who needs a rubber band? I got a Visa card, man. Charge it to the game. By the time I'm through the street, you gon' know the name. President of LSC, the one and only Master Scrap D. Quick to snatch the mic out the hands of an MC. You not hype your record like
Gang, gutter with it.
What up?
How's everybody feeling tonight?
I'll tell you.
Got a couple
Feeling
people in the chat
phenomenal
already.
Trying to, at least.
What up, Aislinn? I see you in the chat. Muggs, I see you in the chat. Normally he'd be on here, man. They just started. I think you back in Chicago. I don't know where they at. They was just in Texas, and then they headed somewhere else. But
I never been to Texas. I've flown through Texas, but I've never actually been in Texas like that.
No shit. Yeah, the part of Oklahoma I'm in, man, Wichita Falls, Texas is like 45 minutes down the street from me. So it's like I'm right there by the fucking Texas border.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely on a bucket list for me to do. Just another spot for me to go.
You and the old lady need to go down there to Galveston, Texas, man. Go down there to the beach and shit for a couple of days, man.
Everybody's told me that before, too. Yeah. I know.
I've never been.
It's a spot that I want to go to, man. I've had multiple people tell me about that spot, but I want to. I mean, it was the same thing with Vegas with me, you know, before, I had gotten on with big homies. I had only flown through Vegas and been to the Vegas airport for like a connecting flight, but going to perform in Vegas in March of last year with Binks was crazy, man. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, I bet.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Galveston's dope, man. I had never been, and then me and the girlfriend been on there a couple of times now, and it's every time I go, man, like I don't want to leave, but it's one of those like I'd love to live there if the cost of living wasn't fucking crazy and the weather and shit. But yeah, it's definitely a beautiful spot for sure, man.
Oh yeah.
So what's been up with you? What's new? What you know, if you want to, go ahead and give the chat. I got to remember, I know you we go back fucking way back. So if you want to, man, let the chat know a little bit about you, where you're from, give them a nutshell version. Then we can kind of break it down a little more after that.
Yeah. So I'm Th30ry, independent hip hop artist. Born and raised in Chicago, the city of Chicago, not the suburbs around it. I love having to clarify that with people because a lot of people are like, boy, what part of Chicago? I'm from Palatine, or I'm from Skokie. It's like, that's not Chicago, man. But no, I'm from Chicago, born and raised, Marine Corps veteran. Did 5 years in the Marine Corps, 2010 to 2015. Started doing music in 2019. Had a pretty bad anxiety attack, put me in the hospital, started writing music to kind of cope with that stress and anxiety. And 6 years later now, we're here and we're doing big things, man.
Yeah, man. You was it last year y'all got signed with Big Homies, or was it the year before? I can't remember. I know y'all been rocking with them for a minute now.
It was November 2023. We signed our contract with them. Up until about a month ago, we had decided to part ways with the label.
Okay.
They had a little bit of I'm not going to get too much into it, but like they had a little bit of a falling out with the owners. So fucking Joey. They they had a little bit of a falling out between the owners, and the owners split, and our contracts were null and void, and you know,
kind of one of those unfortunate behind the scenes part of the business side, like
yeah,
nothing you guys did, nothing they did, just one of those things. Like it just kind of came about. Makes sense.
yeah. And I mean, in all honesty, like we're both very thankful for everything that they did for us, because they got us on stage in multiple states, and
yeah, I was gonna say y'all did a lot of shit with them in the time y'all were rocking with them. So
yeah, it was cool, man. I loved it, and they're great people, and I just really wish that it would have went a little differently. But I mean, we could have re-signed with them if we had decided to go that route, but instead we're rocking back with FTB, the business I started back in 2019, from the bottom, for those of you who don't know.
Yep.
And man, the connections that we're getting right now and the things that we're about to do this year are going to be nuts. So I'm really excited for everybody to kind of see everything come together.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I'm sad to hear that happened, but I'm glad to hear that it wasn't like a, usually you hear the other side of those type of stories where it was a big falling out and everybody got shit on and you got fucked over.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad it was just agreed to, it was, best for you guys to kind of go back to doing your own thing and let them do their own thing. So shout out Big Homies, man. Like you said, y'all definitely did. I got to sit as a homie and a fan of yours, man, on the sidelines and watch you in Berserk both, man. Y'all did a lot of shit with them guys. So go, like you said, Vegas and a whole bunch of different spots. So
yeah, I headlined my very first show and it was out of state. And, it was a lot of fun, man. And over in Idaho Falls. And it's my first time in Idaho. I never once thought that I'd be playing a show in Idaho. Like,
right.
Who'd have known? And then
Danny Kennison, what up, Bubba?
Yeah, I'm seeing some of y'all in the comments, man. What's up? But like I said, it's just one of those kind of circumstances where we wanted to kind of take a step back and do it on our own again. Kind of go back to that. And kind of wondering what FTV stood for. Yeah. Yeah. Stands for from the bottom. From the bottom, for the bitches, for the beats. Anything you want.
One of them, it can be whatever you want it to be,
It's from the bottom, yeah. But I started that LLC in Kentucky here in 2019 to kind of look more professional for when I went. And as a brand new artist, as an independent artist, I was trying to look as professional as possible. I had this whole thing in my head where it was going to be super easy and I was going to get booked for a bunch of shows. And if I had a business that I could just tell them to pay, so that way I get paid for my time. And come to find out, it doesn't always work that way. So, it was a rude awakening, but I had been sitting on the LLC forever. And finally, one day I was just like, man, I want to ask some of my homies that I know here who are really, really talented, like Berserk and Be Good and Mercury, Ryan Watts and Saint, Mankari. It was the 7 of us, and I asked everybody, and they were like, yeah, we'll do this with you. And then that had a falling out, and that's when we signed on with Big Homies. But I still kept the LLC, and now that Big Homies, the chapter is, we're turning the page on that. We're going back to the independent, so FTB all day. Yeah. And man, I'm so excited for you guys to see what we got cooking, man.
Oh, I can't wait, man. So I of course, that last little EP y'all dropped, I've been playing that a lot. The other night, that podcast that I do with my homie Hickerbilly, which we play a little bit of everything over there. We get a lot of country rappers that, send stuff in. We had a little hip hop and stuff that night, but the chat was all joking about, they wanted to hear some rapping. So I sent them you and Berserks. They don't hear me though. I sent that in, and I mean, dude, immediately, man, my buddy Hickerbilly and Levi Lee both, as soon as y'all come in and start spazzing, you could see them with the sour lemon face, and they got done. They're like, yeah, you wasn't lying, obviously. Them dudes was rapping. I was like, yeah, man, that's my homies. Like, fucking,
yeah.
Shit.
That song got so much love, man. I remember my homie that lives out in North Carolina, his name's Craig. He's a tattoo artist, and he loves my music, and he loves Berserk, and he's a huge supporter. And he was like, yo, he messaged me on Facebook one day and was like, yo, I actually got Analyst, who's like some, you know, bigger independent artist. You know, he's pretty dope. He's done some work with some pretty big guys. He was like, I got Analyst to play your song. I paid, you know, $20 to have him play your Hear Me Though song. And I sent him the video link. So he's going to play it. If you want to tune in, here's the link. And he messaged me the link. And I opened it, and it was crazy because like I'm hearing it, and like now Analyst, like that's the second time he heard a song from me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen you do something with him before where he checked your music out, man.
Yeah, he loved it, and both times he was like, "This is potentially song of the night." Like he's like, "Bro," he's like, "This was nuts."
Hell yeah. Analyst is dope too, man. He's one of them hella slept on guys too. That guy fucking raps his ass off.
Yeah, I love that, man, and I love being, you know, put in that same kind of category with people who are like that, because I've always been, hey, what's going on? What's going on? Hits Haven, how you doing? Everybody, Ghost. Sorry, I'm seeing everybody in the comments.
No, you're good, man. The ADD, I get it.
Yeah, I sometimes just spaz out, but yeah. So you know, I've always been a lyrical kind of person. You know, I wrote poetry for a long time before I ever started doing music. I had a poem published in high school, and yeah, so I've always been really good with like words and creating stories and things like that. And the whole thing with music, it came so much easier to me for hip hop. And I've always been a hip hop head. You know, growing up, you know, since I was like 7, 8 years old, was listening to a lot of these, you know, people who paved the way for hip hop for what it is today. And you know, I just always had such a passion for it, and it became easier for me to do hip hop music and to actually write raps because I had that poetry background, and that's all rap music is. It's rhythm and poetry. Yeah. So, you know, I wrote a poem, I put it to a YouTube beat, and I spit it for my friend, and he was like, "You're actually pretty good. You should come to the studio." And he took me to a studio, and I fell in love with it, man. And the rest is history.
Shit, so I tell everybody, man, I've never done crack, but I imagine it's a hell of a lot worse than that, because I can say the same thing. First time I walked in the studio, it was that feeling of feeling like you were at home, bro. You know, just feeling like this is where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
So.
And it helped with the fact that it like curbed my stress and my anxiety. You know what I mean? Like it was the outlet. So it made it a little more meaningful and fulfilling when I started really diving into it and like taking it serious, because I wasn't going to at first.
Right, it was just going to be fun, you know, just a means to let loose, and then you realized how quickly it really is like chicken soup for the soul, man. I tell everybody, even if you never do anything, like writing, it really just helps. Like, you know, they say to somebody you're mad at, you know, write them a letter about, you know, say all the things you want to say, and then, you know, light it on fire or crumple it up, throw it away, and then that way you just said what you needed to. Like, and it took me a long time and really doing some, you know, therapy and things like that myself to realize how much just writing things out really does fucking help, because you're getting it 100% out of just your head and that emotional baggage off of you. And yeah, you still may think about it, but it's not just sitting there on top of you. Like, you've kind of let it out. And music is the best way to do it, man. Even if you, you know, don't ever do anything with it, just to get it off your chest and let it go.
For sure. Yeah. And that's the beautiful thing about music. No matter what type of music you do, really, like it's an outlet for people to get their art across, and it's subjective. So like what's good to you doesn't necessarily have to be good to the next person.
That's it, man. It's the same thing like with beautiful paintings, man. You know, you go to an art gallery and you see something, and we can both be looking at the same painting and see two completely fucking different things, and it doesn't make either of us wrong or either of us right.
Yeah, it's just how you perceive it and what you like. What I might think a painting, you know, looks beautiful, and you might think a painting looks like garbage, or like someone just slapped paint on a canvas, but I might see something beautiful in it, or vice versa. You know, it's subjective, and it's based on feel. And that advice is basing it on feel. That advice was given to me by Binks when we were in Vegas at the Airbnb, because he actually stayed at the Airbnb for the whole weekend that we were there when we performed in that show. And it was it was nuts. Is Pro Tools hard to figure out?
Yeah, dude was asking what program he was starting out, and he had commented earlier asking about programs, and I told him I'm a Pro Tools guy, but you know, I can't say it's the best or it isn't, but yeah, I told him, I said it's pretty user friendly, but pretty much any of them I've learned, you know, throughout the years. You've got diehard Pro Tools people, and then you've got people that are like, oh no, I use Logic or I use Ableton, or I mean, I've got homies that fucking swear by FL Studio, so it just depends on your preference.
Yeah, I use a bunch of different ones. I started to learn on Pro Tools, and I'm actually, you know, I've been a full-time student at Full Sail University, learning, you know, musical, you know, topics. You know, I just got my associates for audio engineering.
Nice! Congrats.
And yeah, thank you. It'll be mailed to me here in a couple months, but yeah, it's I just actually got off the phone with somebody at Full Sail yesterday, getting all that stuff for my certificate to be mailed to me. And you know, I started learning on Pro Tools, and then I used Ableton. Ableton is what I use now to record, mix, and master my vocals. But I'm pretty familiar with all different types of DAWs. I can use Ableton, I can use Pro Tools, I can use FL Studio, I can use Logic. Really anything that you put in front of me, I can maneuver my way around, but mostly Ableton. I make beats in FL Studio though. Beats for me is easier in FL Studio.
I've heard a lot of people say that too.
I feel like it's just more producer. I feel like it's just more production friendly. But you know, there's a lot of people like Ritual of Ether is an incredible producer, and he uses Ableton for everything. So I mean, it really just kind of depends.
And that's kind of what I told him, was it's all a personal preference, man. Like you got to use, you know, fuck around and play with each one and figure out what you like and what you don't like, and kind of go from there. Because I got spoiled, man. The first studio I went in was Pro Tools, so I was like, I learned nothing but Pro Tools from day one. So when I started doing shit myself, standard. Yeah, and it's really user friendly once you get in there and figure it out. You know, it looks intimidating, and then you get in there and start clicking around, and you're like, oh shit, it's point and click. So
Pro Tools is very, very nice to use. There are certain things that I can do in Pro Tools that I can't do in Ableton, but I mean, it's very, very few and far between times that I'll find myself needing to use one over the other for a specific like sound that I'm. The specific sound that I'm trying to get. But I mean, Pro Tools is the industry standard. You know, most studios that you'll go to, they'll have Pro Tools up and running for you. But you know, I prefer Ableton. That's just my thing.
Hell yeah. Well, shit, bub. I figure, boss lady, if you ready, let's go ahead and run a couple tunes, and then we'll get back in here and chop it up some more with my bubble.
Let's do it.
Perfect song to start out tonight.
But they don't hear me though. But they don't hear me though. But they don't hear me though. When I hop in a beat, I'm gonna be something like an oddity prodigy. Oh my god, he be rocking these beats of modern day Socrates. I'm unlocking the lock with no key. I'm not what they thought I would be. No mockery, fucking to see my kinetic curiosities. Twilight zone beside my bone. I'm split. I need like 5 mics on inside my dome. There's no lights on. You get what I mean? I'm bye going. When I write my song, really wanna bite on like snakes. I say, but get pythons. When I write my own, despite how long they never wanna break or be bygones. Out of the comic, was thinking of new material out of the box. The way I kill these beats is cereal. Even though the verse is hot and blasting through your stereo, they don't really hear me though. They don't really hear me though. They don't really hear me though. They don't really hear me. They don't really hear me though. They don't really hear me though. They don't really hear me though. They don't really hear me though.
Yeah, it's time to clocking again, hopping the wave, get to the booth, make draws start dropping again, stopping, never been no option, cause my competition been flopping again, topping the 10 best rappers coming out of my city, got them all sobbing again, plotting to win, but I got a question, when is hip-hop gonna start hip-hopping again, Haters mobbing again, shocking to see them all start flocking again. I'm gonna get the mic cocked, but I can't let y'all's blood get on my conscience again. I'd rather fuck your girl and after take the bitch shopping again. And she gonna come back knocking again, sopping wet, gotta start mopping again. Guess they never give a fuck unless I'm popping pills, sipping lean. Y'all say anything so you can cop a deal, so it seem. I've been proud of all my shit, I keep it real, being me. But if I gotta really rap, I shoot to kill, R.I.P. and they don't even know. Been giving y'all this heat, you sleeping and it really show. It's time to wake them up with shit they make the speakers blow. But they don't really hear me though.
They don't really hear me though. They don't really hear me though. They don't really hear me though. They don't really hear me though. They don't really hear me though. They don't really hear me though. They don't really hear me though. They don't really hear me though.
But they don't really hear me though.
Yeah,
Oh, I love this one.
some backpack raps.
Turn it up.
Hey yo, life's a bitch and then you die, yeah we knew that, but screw that. I'll toast to the future, now where the crew at. It's FTB until I'm 6 feet deep. Yeah, we done started a movement, a leader, never been a sheep. So I don't follow the crowd, I'm trying to make my own lane. Lost a lot in this life, but I still got more to gain. Never take for granted the fans who've been waiting for the day I blow like Nagasaki on everyone, ignoring the name. Verses pour from my mind like that Kentucky bourbon. But I was born in the shy, my mentality's urban. Never was sure about my purpose, but I know one thing's for certain. I came here to fuck up the game till I'm wanted, but gotta be honest though, I know I got talent and I'm driven to make my vision come to fruition. No indecision, achieved a lot in life that some said I wouldn't. So what's the difference when it comes to this rap shit they saying I couldn't? Bound to fail, I ask them why. Cause I'm white in my 30s, I got a family and work a normal fucking job. You must be kidding, man, that fuels the fire. And I'm prepared as I get bigger for haters to put me through the wire. But I won't let it bring me down, I got that tunnel vision. Like a horse in a derby, I'm just focused on winning. Passing up my peers, no wonder why I'm always grinning. But when it comes to my enemies, my trigger finger itching. Don't like the negativity, I'm only moving up. So if you ain't with me on the grind, then how can you say I don't do enough? Soon enough, they all go see I proved enough and rock with it. All from the bottom, there ain't no stopping it. Music's my passion and I made a promise to always crush whatever the fuck was in front of me. So let's be honest, do I? Hell yeah, they know the flow dumb. And one thing's for certain, if you don't chase your dream, it won't come. But you can't ever chase your dream if you don't run. So I'm gunning for the tip top, homie, and then some. Make it a habit of smashing raps in my backpack like snack packs. I got my cat backwards, listening to Mac Miller. Got some Nikes on my feet, running them laps around my peers, but they too proud and cocky to admit defeat. But I ain't taking prisoners, they on my plate. It's time to eat, it's time to show them what I'm about. Cause then they'll want a fucking feature, what a piece. That's cool though, I really can't blame them. They'd rather do a track with your boy, cause they won't be getting nowhere if they hate them. But in the end, I love this hip hop shit. So I'm gone, got a plane to catch, kick rocks, bitch.
Hell yeah.
Check it out. Mad simple.
Oh, this is my shit though. Y'all got a couple that I really like, but this one right here is my shit.
Life of the party. Life of the party is dope. Shout out to Meat from out in Vegas who produced this beat for us. Thank you all for the love.
Yeah, I'm just cruising in the whip, got my homies in the backseat, riding down a 6-4, bumping to the backbeat. Got a couple bottles, marijuana and a glass piece. Wherever we go, we bout to run it like a track meet. But it's 9 o'clock, time to head to where the party at. Cause shit, I'm trying to get drunk, roll a blunt, light it up, smelling loud when I pull up on the scene. All the bad bitches crowd run the boy, I'm a fiend for the yeah, and they know it. A couple of them freaks, and I'm trying to let them show it. Got one grinding on my waist, I ain't hitting till you blow it. But I promise when I get inside, ain't gonna be no slowing down. Split it, then I hit the town, bar hopping, y'all know what I'm trying to do. Check my phone, I don't even know who I'm replying to. Roll another blunt, homie, tell me where we flying to. Trying to keep it going for another night or two. Yeah.
You know, we the life of the party, and you know, we about to get it started. You know, the ladies sipping on Bacardi, cause you know, yeah, we the life of the party. Well, you know it's just the same shit, different day. You jump in on my shoes, about to fly away. I'ma drink away the blues with this Alizé. Sipping to the right, no clue what I'm trying to say. Outside with the team like your boy Hank, and you know we got it lit like propane. From the east side all the way to Spokane. Everybody moving, yeah, we bring it back to Soul Train. Said they wanna catch a vibe, say less. Got the game still tight, yeah, we stay fresh. What they about to do next, but they can't guess. At the bar, ain't about to blow the whole paycheck. Tell a petty hater stay in their lane. Can't admit they dig the boy, throwing dirt on my name. When I hit a billboard with impeccable aim, they wanna do it like me, but it just ain't the same. And I ain't gotta explain, cause you know we the life of the party, and you know we about to get it started. You know the ladies sipping on Bacardi, cause you know we the life of the party. You know we the life of the party, and you know we about to get it started. You know the ladies sipping on Bacardi, cause you know we the life of the party.
Jeff Johnson, no, it's not, but it damn near could be, couldn't it?
Yeah, dude, that was actually funny when you say that, Jeff, because I that was like one of the first things that I thought when I heard Lamondo sing that hook, because I wrote that hook and I had him come to the studio because I asked him, you know, if he could sing a hook for me, because I heard his voice on that, and he comes to my house and we get in the basement and we start recording, and I was like, all right, look here, I wrote this and I need you to sing it just however you want to sing it. And I'm like, but I need your soulful kind of voice on
Put
it.
that
you know?
touch on it.
Yeah. So he does the first take, and I was like I had that nasty that look on my face the whole time. And like the funny thing is, like, he didn't even need like any kind of auto tune or pitch correction or anything. Like, he was so straightforward. He's just so talented when it comes to singing.
Mondo's dope, man. He really is.
He's got such a great voice. And so I was like, bitch, do that again. And I layered it. And then I was like, all right, now harmonies, use some harmonies. So I start getting him to record those harmonies, the highs and the lows and everything. And he starts doing that. And I was like, I have nothing to say. Like, this is beautiful. And then we finished it and it was great, man. It became such a hit.
Yeah, man, it's one of my favorites. I played it on Swamp Radio a few times, man. Like, everybody loves that vibe. I remember the first time I played it on Swamp Radio, the guy that runs it, he hit me up, said the same thing. He was like, dude, did they resurrect fucking Nate Dogg and put him on a hook? I was like, bro, everybody, like, and it's crazy because Mondo, he's got that soul, bro, and it relays in that hook, but it definitely gives that early 90s Nate Dogg fucking West Coast vibe,
For sure.
man. And then Berserk came through a slid on that motherfucker.
Yeah. And it's funny because like when I got that beat sent to me, so that was when I was with Big Homies, and Brian Carell, one of the former owners of the label, he had texted me a package, like a little pack, like a beat pack from Meek. So shout out to Meek again from Vegas. For making that beat, but he sent me a beat pack of 4 of his beats, and I listened to the first 3 and I was like, I like them, they're dope, but they're not me. And then I played that one and I was like, oh no. Well, I told Brian, I was like, that last beat, that West Coast vibe, get it right now. I want it. I don't care how much it is, I need it. And Meek's cool. He didn't even charge me for the beat, man. He's just a real cool dude. And he just asked for his producer credits, obviously, his percentage. I gave, all of us an equal percentage on that one. So that way we all, got to make a little bit of extra change on the song.
Hell yeah.
And it's such a vibe, man. It's such a party vibe, and it's always so funny to me now because I'm sober. I don't drink anymore. I don't smoke weed.
Shit.
I never did no drugs. So like, the only thing
I was gonna say, you were never really one to, we have a couple beers at shows and shit, but you weren't much of a smoker and shit back then either. So
yeah, every once in a while I hit, the blunt or the bong or the bowl or something, but that's very, very, very few times.
That wild hair up your ass.
Yeah, very few times. But I stopped drinking. I've been 13 months sober now from alcohol, and it's always so goofy to like be sober and then rap a song that's talking about I'm trying to get fucked up. It's like, but like I remember having those feelings, you know. I remember having those memories and those fun times, and like, you know, I lived it before, you know. It's not like I'm capping or anything that I said, you know. I'm just not living that life anymore. But it's still fun to make because I know people like to go out and party and have a good time. And
Right, and it's not something that you've never done. So I mean, you can speak on it because again, it's like just because you're not living that in that moment doesn't mean you haven't lived it. So, and I just
yeah,
want to say, Casey in the chat, she said earlier, it's nice to hear music that makes you feel again. And then she just said, you got that refreshing music. Thank you for sharing with the world. So, just wanted
hey,
to,
thank you, Casey. That's love right there. I appreciate it.
for
Thank you.
sure, man. I love seeing those type of comments, man. And that's why I said, like, this is the one thing, you know, that we do this for over here at the Gutter Rat. When Muggs and Miss Luck hit me up, you know, to be a part of this. I mean, it was an instant, of course. Like, why would I not? You know, it's like I've
Mhm.
met, you know, you've done so many shows with me too. Like we
Yeah,
know so many talented, dope artists that, you know, never really get no love or, you know, shit like that. So it's like, yeah, we don't have the biggest fan bases, but doing this right here, we're gaining, you know, everybody a few new fans, a few new subscribers, and then through those few, a few more come. And then, you know, at the end of the day, it's like I'm sitting here, I'm banging y'all's music on a daily, you know, not just because y'all my homies, but I fuck with y'all's music anyway. So it's like, why not? I'm doing it, and
yeah,
you know, so it's two birds stone situation.
yeah. And I mean, it's so hard to try and explain to people how the industry works when you're
Yep.
trying to grow yourself as an artist, and because they don't understand it, uh, because it like Kato on the track, he has a merch and like a quote that he has on a hat and like shirts and whatnot, and it says overnight success is 10 years in the making. And
Mm.
it's like that resonated with me so much because like, you know, when I first started, I was like, it's got to be easy to blow up. You make a viral song and you just get this crazy amount of love, and now you're doing shows and you're getting paid and you're getting this and you're getting that, and it's like
Yep.
there's
And
so
then you
many
get in
songs.
here and you're like,
Yeah,
no,
it's not like
nope.
that. Like, there's so many songs that like I did that I was like, this is it. This is the one that's gonna go. This is the one that's gonna go, and it doesn't go.
Yeah.
And but like at the same time though, I resonated with that saying so much because now some of the songs that I had been sitting on, it just took a little while for it to gain traction. And so
Yeah.
now it's starting to get more love. And like with Berserk, especially, you know, he's got his streaming numbers going crazy. In the last, you know, 6 to 12 months, it's gone, you know, it's taken a huge increase in the amount of streams and love
Yeah.
and followers that he's getting. And it just goes to show you that it takes time and dedication and hard work. And that's what a lot of people don't really understand. Like when you see somebody doing music and you see the lifestyle that they're living and all that stuff, it's not something, most of the time that shit don't happen overnight, man. You know,
Yep.
there's a few who get lucky and they're like, you know, they make a song and it just catches and it goes viral, and it's just, that's the way that the cookie crumbles sometimes. But for a lot of artists, man, it's a lot of late nights, no sleep,
Fuck yeah, dude.
crazy dedication, you know.
What is it? NF said, you know, most of these guys that are new to you, you know, most of these guys have probably been at it for years, you know, and that's how it works. Is these guys have been grinding and they've been around. We just didn't know because again, they're doing, you know, like we're doing now, running the circuit, you know, making
Yeah,
the networking and shit. And you
yeah,
know, it's always I've done, you know, a few shows with guys like Outlaw Nation, you know, shout out Jesse Howard and New Breed, and I was talking to them at one of the shows, and you know, they blew up with that "Welcome to My House," which you know is we'll call it a patriotic type anthem. Like it really, you know, is just one of those songs. But talking to them about, you know, viral and blowing up with a song, you know, they said they knew when they were in the studio making it, they had something special, but they never realized it was going to be that, you know, and they've had other songs, he said, similar that they swore these, oh, the fans are going to love this. Like this is going to take off and this is going to be the one. And nope, but you know, Hitman and your boy Dirty got a song, Hide the Weed, that's got, I think it's like 15 million. They just got another plaque for it and type shit. And
yeah,
those guys said the same thing. They said, man, that was me and Dirty playing in the studio one night, just joking about, you know, riding around hoping you don't get pulled over with some weed. He's like, we'd have never thought that was the one. And next
yeah,
thing we know, we wake up a few days after it drops and it's fucking going crazy. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean it's how it was for my song "Falling from Grace." I was bored in my studio one night, and I made. Well, it was like in the late afternoon. I started making this beat because I heard a piano sample, and I was like, "Ooh!" So I started building on it, and I made this beat, and I was gonna sell it, and then I was like, well, let me write a hook for it. I kind of like it. So I wrote a hook, and I'm like, maybe somebody will want to buy it with a hook on it, and they'll have a Th30ry feature, whatever. So I wrote the hook. I sang the hook, recorded it, and I'm like, I kind of fuck with it. Let me write a verse for it. So I penned a verse for it real quick. I penned the verse for it, and I'm like, this is kind of hard. And I recorded it, mixed it, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give it to somebody for a feature. And then I was like, nah, I'm gonna do the second verse. I penned the second verse, and then I recorded that, and it's just a song. But like when I put that song out, I really wasn't expecting very much to come out of it, but a lot of people really fucked with it because it spoke about the struggles of being an artist, and like how you constantly feel like you have to change yourself to fit this narrative so you can get bigger, right? Because that's your overall goal. If you're trying to do it as a job and a career, and you're trying to make something out of it, you want to do it for some kind of supplemental income, and you want to be able to make money doing what you love. But a lot of times, like, you get so caught up in that life that it's like you forget who you are, and you feel like you fall from grace trying to change who you are at your core to appease the masses. And I just kind of got tired of feeling that way. So I just spoke on it, and it got a lot of love, man. It still does. Oh, what's up, Alex? That's my homie. I serve that guy.
I was gonna say, it's got to be one of your people who said Doughboy, so I was like, well, I don't know. It's got to be talking Th30ry.
It was my nickname pretty much the entire time I was active duty in the Marines. Everyone called me Doughboy because for some reason my last name was like the hardest thing in the world to pronounce, and I was like, I don't really get it, but I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, they just they were like Doughboy. It's just Doughboy, and I'm like the skinniest dude. So like, I don't really understand how it's Doughboy, but and I ain't got money like that. So
I figured as much, but like I said, I've seen that, and I was like, man, I've been getting called all kinds of crazy shit on these lives. Hickerbilly's wife called me Theo Vaughn the other night on the podcast, and then that's just been running, bro. Like, I got Theo Vaughn, I got Riff Raff, fucking. Like,
you have that vibe on you. Then I love that though.
Dude, I do too. Like, she was like, she's like, please don't take it mean. I was like, no, man, like, I fuck with Theo. Like, I appreciate it. I've been called a lot of things, man. Theo
Vaughn is a fucking, he's a character, bro. He is that,
bro. In his podcast, like, I like that he does, like, he'll bring anybody on, like, talk about whatever y'all want. He's not trying to, like, push any kind of narrative. He just enjoys talking to people and, like, learning shit. You can just tell he's one of those people, like, he's learned, in life that everybody's got a story, and he kind of wants to break it down and kind of figure out who they are at their core. And I really enjoy that. He's funny as fuck too.
Yeah, I love him, man. He's hilarious. He kind of has just no filter. Like, some of the shit that he says, like like he had that one reel I saw the other day, and he was like, like, he got frustrated with something, and he was like, makes you want to kick a fat kid at Kmart. And I was like, what? It's so funny.
Hell yeah. Sorry, I had to throw that up there. Casey said, I hope more independent artists understand that the impact their music has on the person's mind and soul that's struggling with life is bigger than making it. It's a life goal for sure, but never forget the true impact. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's true.
It is, man. And that's the thing. Like, it took me a long time too, because I never wanted to make it. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't. The fame, that'd be cool. I'd like to make a living at this shit, and put some money and be able to do this for a living, that aspect. But, it took me really realizing, something similar to what she just said was, you know, there's people that our music speaks to in ways that we couldn't even ever imagine.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get much bigger than that, bro. Like we may be saving someone's life or just changing a whole person's mood around and never even know it, you know, and at that it doesn't get much bigger than that.
Yeah. And I'm, excuse me, that's the whole thing that's part of the beauty of being an artist, right? Like you have this platform to speak on, and that's why, like, a lot of the times with my music, especially, the way that I like to kind of carry myself with how I do my music and how I approach a song is I always try to make it to where it's relatable with something that I've dealt with or I've felt or been through or whatever the case may be in my personal experiences in life, and kind of putting that out so that way, because I know that if I've felt it, there's probably millions of other people who have felt it, you know? So it's like, if I want my music, and I've gotten messages from random people, like there was people from like Australia that would message me on Facebook on my Th30ry page and be like, I'm a huge fan. I love this song. It spoke to me. Just letting you know, you're super dope. Keep going. Like, and it's little stuff like that that makes me really happy, because it's like, you know, you can make all the money in the world doing music, but the fulfillment of knowing that you've had such a positive impact on somebody, you know, is reward enough. But
yeah,
like you said, you know, I want, you know, the fame and all that stuff. I could care less. Yeah, I don't necessarily know if I want to be in the spotlight like that. Because I feel like you kind of you lose your privacy. You can't really ever do anything without somebody taking pictures or knowing about you, and you know, feel like you can't even, you know, go to the bathroom without somebody trying to snag a picture with you or of you, you know, and everything just gets so taken out of context. So it's like, I don't necessarily know if I want that huge spotlight. If it came, I'm not going to deny it necessarily. Right. But I mean, it's not really what I'm working for. I want to make a living off of doing what I love, which is making music. And if I'm, I always told this to my wife too. I was like, man, if I make 6 figures a year off of music, that's making it to me.
Yeah.
If I'm able to make a comfortable living for myself and my kids off of doing music, that is obviously that to me at least, that's making it. I stutter in real life or in everyday life. I'm definitely still growing and figuring everything out. The pain and the struggle that I've been through this life so far makes me appreciate the ability to make the next song. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's powerful, man. You know, there's 2 artists that got me through a really, really bad, depressed period in my life. It was probably the worst period. I'm 36 years old, and I guarantee you it's the worst period of my entire life. And that's Logic. I'm a huge fan of Logic because his music literally saved me. And Big Sean, I would, before I started doing music, I would sit in my car and just face blunts and rap to their music. And I would like practice like their cadence, and I would recite the lyrics. If I messed up, I'd start the song over, and then I'd try and do it again. And it was like, that's how the cadence, you know, I practiced that for years and years and years and years. So when someone's like, well, how long have you been rapping? Like, technically I've been rapping a long time, but rapping my own music 6 years. But like, they were the 2 artists that really got me through a really, really tough and depressing moment in my life. And if I can feel that way off somebody else's music, I want to be able to do that for somebody else. You know what I mean? I want my music to be what they relate to and what makes them happy when they wake up in the morning, or if I'm about to drop an album or a single or an EP, have them be excited and be like, I can't wait to listen to this new Th30ry album, or I can't wait for the new single to release. Like, and with that's great for me.
Boss Lady got some more lined up. Let's go. Oh yeah, I fuck with this one too.
Oh yeah. Talk about earlier you said something about rapping.
Yeah, you do some rapping on this one.
This is some rapping one.
Yeah, take a good look. Find me making hits in the studio. I'm a good cook. Looking at my lyrics and reading them like a good book. Knowing all my haters trying to stop me, but I've been leaving them too shook. I done came a long way. I apologize if it's been a long wait. Never second guessing that I went the wrong way. Cause I've been improving, now I'm just killing shit always, all day. Don't try me, you're all fake. I bodied the whole wave of these rappers coming out the bill, and I call that a long day. Gonna be making them all pay. Ain't gonna be in no small way. Just look at every mic I'm touching to see that they all blaze. I'm a legend with the shit when I'm spitting, they all gaze. Told them I would take off, I just needed the runways. When these motherfuckers thought that this shit was a dumb phase. All praise to the God who spit hotter than sun rays. Shit. They thought I was kidding, I'm digging a grave for the ones who looking down on me winning. I'm on a killing spree, so fuck it, I just swim in the sinning. And good riddance to the ones who ditched me in the beginning. It got me grinning, cause I tell them all to grip on my dick and kiss the tip. Cause I'm never quitting, I'm committed to ripping the mic and shitting on everybody who's spitting on my name. And rigging the game, hitting your brain, fuck all the fame. I'm living my best life, your music smell like straight trash. All of y'all must be reaching your shelf life. I've been down to hell twice. The devil told me my tracks are so fire, I'll be hearing the shit in my next life. Spitting complex bars that'll leave them perplexed like they were so dope, we should just cut them a check, right? I don't do my own horn, but I'm willing to bet right now that when they hear this, they're gonna be obsessed. Like, they gonna put the shit on repeat. Ain't nobody coming to step up to me, I'm a leading deceased. Ain't nobody said I was a vegan, I want all of the beef. Shit, all these rappers are my sons, but I'm an abusive father, call the police. I'm about to click clack, better duck it to rap. Cause when I start spraying, ain't nobody coming back. I've been laughing around my peers, I don't hear shit, but they gums flapping. I'm the truth, all of y'all lights, camera, but no action. Damn! Bitch. Y'all already know what the fuck it is, man. Look at me now. And we just getting started. Yeah. Oh, y'all thought this song was done. Nope. Oh, shit. Better start prepping, the mic is a weapon. Blowing y'all minds, no Smith & Wesson. Teach them all a lesson, all of y'all less than average. Everybody know that I'm a savage, better go practice. Bitch, you never gonna keep up, I'm the baddest. Competition acting all sus, I'm past it. Tell them I ain't giving no fucks, y'all bastards. Ain't my fault, y'all suck, I mean talking my shit, no bragging. Tell about the fake love, Drake feels hell nah. I ain't gonna have it. When it come to beef, I'm snacking. You don't want a problem with a rap addict, more than just a passion. This shit is a lifestyle, you don't understand, cause you're probably way too focused on the gram, but I'm focused on the craft. Now they tell me I'm the man, I'm back with a vengeance. Bitch, don't at me. Y'all thought I was playing, I done killed these rappers, now their bodies decaying. From laying there, better go start on your praying. Cause I'm hungry and y'all looking like a buffet. And y'all motherfuckers should start paying me homage. I blew up bigger than the OKC bombing. Ain't about the money, we got nothing in common. Y'all hate if you want, but I'm making these commas. I promise I'm about to abolish these local artists, cause their music is making me vomit. Demolish the game till I get some acknowledgement. Now they all wanna follow me, tell me I'm killing it. Ain't never heard no realest shit, this cause I came up from the bottom. They feeling it, love my style, so they stealing it. They could never be as real as this, they gotta deal with it. Polish my craft, about to get me a deal with it. Working all day till I make me a million, then make another, and then another, then another. So electric, I'm deal with it. Thought that they counted me out. Then I got, look at me now, when they come out the woodwork like Th30ry, you hella dope, and you deserve to get all of the clout. What? Really? You proud of me now? Where in the fuck were you when I was down? You wasn't with me during all the rain, so you ain't gonna be there when I get the crown. Get the fuck out.
Who am I? I'm the one who can be 100 different investors.
You got a brilliant.
No, he can't. That guy's lying. He can't be 100 different investors.
I just miss all my homies from Chicago for real, man. That's home, no matter what. And I was thinking about
shout out
this the other day, too.
shout out to all my homies
many
from
of you guys that I
Chicago.
haven't talked to in years.
I made this song for
That
them.
don't mean I don't think about you. I think about y'all all the time. You were such a huge
song
part
makes
of
me
my
tear up
life. And
sometimes.
there's so many to name, so I'm not going to be able to name all of you, but this one's for you.
Yeah, I remember summer 2010 when I enlisted. Was afraid to leave all my homies. I knew that I would miss them, but I had to go. Needed a change, just know I had to grow. From a boy to a man, decisions that I had to cope with. I just want y'all to understand that I got all this love for you still, but I just ain't have the upper hand. Cause life was hard as fuck on the other hand. When the music take off, I'm coming back and we gon' party and blow 100 grand. I swear. Cause way back when we would turn up till the sunrise. Now some of y'all look into your son's eyes. Wish I was there to see it, but sometimes life gives you different doors and you gotta walk through them so you can upsize. But I'm glad I did, cause it made me who I am. Still the same me, just improved after time with Uncle Sam. Ain't gon' lie, been keeping up with y'all on the gram. Just know I'm proud of every single one of you. And even though we've gone our separate ways, my love ain't go away. Life kept us in the same book, just on a different page. But I still reminisce on times when we was young in age. Grab a fifth and meet up at Waters, I swear those were the days. Then take the party up to Taylor's crib, sitting in a room, taking shots of Jim and Jaeger with blunts in rotation. Got the 2-liter for a chaser, sip on it, then we dip and go home so we could just do it all again. Ha. Skateboarding, I'm on top with all the guys. Patrick, Peter, Tony, Aaron, Josiah, Connor, and David on the rise. Steady grinding for the pros, yeah. Life was kick, push, ain't got no time for the hoes, yeah. Watching all these videos and trying to be like them, shit, even down to how we dress. That's why I copped out on Nikes, call it a little bit obsessed. But thought our future was bright, and then we all grew up and we grew apart. But I still love you, that's coming from the heart. Remember living out at Patrick's crib, still one of my best friends. Doesn't matter where we live, never gonna change. You my brother, hope you know the shit. Anybody tries to disrespect you, then it's over with. Yeah, can't forget about Irma and all the times we laugh over all the things. I miss all the times we used to have. Known you for forever, and I'm kinda sad that we never talk. But I still think about you like all the time. Just like Taylor, you my little sister, one of my oldest friends. Can't explain how much I miss you. Used to sleep over at your place even more than my own. I'm sure your dad probably felt like I was just living with you, but we so close, and I couldn't be more thankful for you and for your support with my dream of making this music. Not telling me I was foolish, from balling back on the court to annihilating the booth. You've had my back, that's how it'll always be. Rest in peace to Christian Schroeder, what an awful loss. You were family to me, hopefully I never cross paths with the one who took you from us. Don't know what I do, just want you to know that every day I be missing you. Teresa too, you were part of the group. We had some wild times, wish we would have kept in contact, because I would have tried keeping you from doing what you did. What a shame, left us way too soon. The world would be a way better place with you, yeah.
All these memories going through my mind right now, man. The good times, the bad times, but really, they were the best times.
Yeah, JJ, I remember sleeping on your floor for 3 months, but you would've let me stay for more. If I needed to, I'm thankful for you, homie, best believe it. Got me really into rapping, never thought I'd be surpassing you. Now I'm playing you and Marcus making tracks together, and he would tell me that with every track I was getting better. Man, I love and miss you all, that'll always be the same. Just know my feelings about each and every one of you won't ever change, yeah.
Yeah, that song's a very meaningful song for me.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, I love my friends back in Chicago, man. It's always so sad not being able to see them all that time, you know. But you know, we've all kind of grown up and done our thing. I haven't really lived back at home since 2010 when I left to the Marines. And that was kind of when everything changed for me for a lot of those relationships. Some of them I got to maintain. A lot of them kind of faded away. And it's a little sad, but some of them, 3 of them that I know of right now that were relatively close with me. One was really close. My friend Christian, he was killed. Just wrong.
Shit.
Yeah, wrong place, wrong time. He was one of my best friends. And every time I go visit Chicago to go see my family, I always see his mom and stepdad. I make it a priority to go over there and say hi to him, and you know, just kind of see him, check on him, and all that. But then my friend Teresa and my friend Ashley, both of them died of overdoses.
Damn.
Yeah.
R.I.P. man.
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't even know they were into drugs like that, man. It's just so crazy to me, man.
Yeah, you never know, man. Sometimes, unfortunately, we don't know until it's too late.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, everyone chooses their path.
That's it, man. We've all got a path and a purpose in life to walk, and no one's allowed to judge any person for none of it, man. We all got to live our lives the way, you know, the destiny or fate or whatever has it, you know, calls. And at the end of the day, when we lose ones we love, all we can do is carry on their legacy and their memory and honor it, man. Know watching out with us and still rocking out and fucking trying to make them proud.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like I said, I still talk to a good chunk of them, but some of them are y'all having fun while I'm distracted. Well, don't get distracted.
He said he was being a whore earlier. I was like, well, that's what you get for being a dirty slut. Hits always be tuning in, man. He shares a lot of stuff on TikTok and stuff. He'll take our music and fucking make little videos and shit riding around, fucking sharing it out. And he's on here every time we hop on one of these podcasts, man. He usually slides through showing some love. So
hell yeah. Well, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, we always appreciate the people sliding through, man. It's like I said, it's dope that we get people in here, and it's always nice, people rocking with the music, and because we bring everybody up here, man. We don't give a fuck. You ain't gotta be country rap. Hell, we got a whole ass band up here. We had fucking I can't remember the name of it, man. They were on here a couple weeks ago. It was one of Muggs' people. It was a whole band, bro. They were dope as shit.
Nice. Yeah, it's I mean, music is music,
Yeah.
You do what you do.
Boss lady, I seen your chat over here in the private, man. I think we can go ahead and give them the pictures, and then we'll get back to some music. I think it's all right. Yeah, Twisted Ranch. That's right.
What is that?
That's the band that was on here.
Oh, okay.
About to be heading out on tour with JR. Hell yeah, that's what's up.
Th30ry said more in that last tune than I've said all month.
Hell yeah. So as you see, go ahead, boss lady.
I guess you know what picture it was based on Facebook. That inspired us, and it's also from the video, but I could not make the Superman shirt. AI, if you write Superman, it will just give you Superman logo on the middle of the t-shirt. It will not make that cartoon t-shirt style. At least I don't know how to. So it's got powers instead of whatever.
Nah, it's dope. Oh, what? That looks crazy.
That motherfucker is hard, bro.
That looks crazy.
I think we might have another doppelganger rap, man. That might be Th30ry in rap form.
I got some big old ears in that picture.
Hey,
funny because everybody says I have small ears, but they poke out far.
Hits. Yes, Th30ry. You are on TikTok, ain't you, Bubba?
Yes, I am on TikTok.
I figured you were.
I'm on all the social media platforms. I got Facebook, I got TikTok, I got Instagram, I got X, Snapchat, everything.
OnlyFans?
She said
no.
OnlyFans.
No. Not that. My wife would murder me. But we always joke and say like we're about to just start an OnlyFans to make some money because groceries are so fucking expensive.
Fucking ain't right, man. I'm telling you, bro. I keep saying I'm gonna wait till I get close enough where I know I'm like about to hit that fame, so then that way I can get away with charging that shit. Ain't nobody finna pay $10 a month to look at my motherfucking ass. Like,
right?
Get a little fame, though.
You'd be surprised, bro. There's all sorts of.
I don't even want to think about it, man. The motherfuckers will be paying $10 a month to look at me. I don't even want to think about it, man. I need to pay them.
People like some outlandish shit, man.
Well, I already know, and that's why I said I don't knock these people, man. Get your money, shit. Do what you do.
Yeah. I respect the hustle,
Facts.
If a girl is on OnlyFans and she's making 6 figures a year playing with herself in front of a camera, good on you.
Facts.
Go get your bread, bro. Get your bread.
That's why I said when all that shit happened, like everybody's talking shit, but it's like, you know what? Who cares? It's no different than old girl going to the strip club every Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, twirling on the pole. Everybody throwing singles at her. Yeah. She gets to do it from the comfort of her own home. Ain't got to worry about no weirdos trying to fucking touch her. Like, they're going to be in the chat, but you ain't got to worry about going to your car and fucking some dude trying to follow you. Like, you get to sit in the privacy of your own house and collect a bag.
It's so easy. Like, and it's so funny to me because you always see those like, well, I don't see them anymore really, but I used to see like a bunch of those like ads or something where it's like Pornhub's offering $3,500 a week for homemade videos. And you have any idea how many times I brought that up to my wife? And I'm just like, just hide our faces.
Facts. Put on a fucking shirt so you can't recognize any tattoos, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm cool. Let's do it. She jokes with me all the time. She always says, I'm about to start selling my feet pics on Feet Finder, bro. And I was like, go ahead. I ain't even mad at that.
Get your bag.
Yeah. Because when you make money, I make money.
That's it, man.
We're married.
Once again, man, as always, shout out to the wife, man. You know, again, I know y'all personally, so I'm always give her love, but I know what it's like, man. You know, having the significant other is trying to do this music shit, bro. It's not easy, and having somebody that backs you like that and always in your corner, bro. It's definitely a fucking rarity. So shout out to her for sure, man.
Yeah, and it wasn't always like that either. At first, it was really stressful because she always felt like I was taking a lot of time to write, and like I wasn't really spending as much time with her. And it was something that, you know, I really wasn't. It was something that I had to kind of grow with and
you had
work
to find
on.
that balance.
Yeah, and
but you had to be able to communicate to that point. You know, you wouldn't have realized it without her being like, "Hey, you know, this is a thing," and you know, it's all about that finding that common ground.
Yeah, and once I found that balance, and really once it became like a real thing, like once I really started to pursue it, that's when her support went through the roof, man. And like, you know, back years ago, you know, in the position that we were in with our relationship before we got married, if I had told her that, hey, I got an opportunity to perform in Las Vegas or in Salt Lake City or in Idaho or in LA or something, you know, I'm going to go there for 4 days, then she would have been like, fuck no, you're not without me. You know? And
you
now,
where? No, the hell you ain't.
No, the fuck you're not. Like, I don't care what it's for. And, you know, but we've gotten to such a good place in our marriage, and in our relationship that, you know, now it's like, you know, coming up soon, you know, I'm going to have to take a trip to New York,
shit,
to record at a Platinum Sound Studios.
Hell yeah, bro.
A huge recording studio for
I was gonna say, I've never been, but obviously I know what it is.
Yeah, and you know, all the big names have gone to that studio, and here's my little list, Sadie.
Hola.
What up, girlie?
But you know, the whole New York thing is supposed to happen sometime in the next few months, and I'll be recording with Jerry Wanda, and yeah, he produced for the Fugees, and like,
so yeah, that's a legendary name right there.
Yeah, and he heard my music through, you know, somebody that we have, you know, kind of helping us with the management and all that, and you know, I'm gonna get all I have to do is get there, but you know, I'm not gonna have to pay for the session, which is great.
Hell yeah.
So, you know, but that would have never been a thing. My wife would have been like, you're not going to fucking New York, dude. Like, without me, you're not going nowhere. Right. And now it's like, all right, I got to go to Salt Lake City for 5 days and perform. Okay. I love you. Call me every day, you know, FaceTime me, whatever. Tell me good night. Yeah. And it's cool now.
Hell yeah. Well, shit, with that being said, I guess, Boss Lady, if you're ready, we can get back into a couple more tunes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And definitely shout out my old lady Michelle, man. Boss Lady had her doing some sleuthing and behind the scenes trying to figure out who to get on next. Because of course, you know, I don't try to be selfish. I got 100 million motherfuckers I can bring on here, so you know, I try to keep it diverse. But she reached out to my old lady and was like, "Who's a couple people we should get on?" And of course, you were one of the first people she mentioned, man, to get you on here. So
hey,
yeah, she loves your shit, bro.
I appreciate the love, man. I really do.
It
really does mean the world.
I don't know everyone, so I need people to tell me, and I need to
gotta have them little spies.
Yeah. Oh, so funny thing about this song. Funny thing about this song. I made this beat on my 1 year, or yeah, it was our 1 year wedding anniversary. In 2023, in summer 2023, I made it at the hotel room because I brought my MacBook with me because I used it for school. And you know, while we were down in Atlantic Beach for our anniversary for the week, I was like, look, I'm still going to need to do some assignments, so I'm bringing my MacBook with me. And my wife fell asleep in bed in like the middle of the day and like took like a couple hour long nap.
Oh.
And I was like waiting. I'm sitting there by myself, like I'm not gonna wake her up. You know, we got a busy day ahead of us. You know, we were gonna go to the beach and day drink and go out to dinner and go see a movie and this and that. So I was like, I'll let her sleep. I felt creative, so I busted open Logic Pro and I made this beat and I wrote the song and had it all done by the time she woke up.
Hell yeah!
So y'all enjoy this one. I love this.
That bass line, though. Yeah. On my mama, I swear the grinding never stops. Sprinting for my success like I've been running from the cops. Not worry about flowers or getting props. Just the music ain't complacent. I'm trying to become adjacent to my idols. I do this cause I love it. Fuck the fame. Hip-hop saved my life. Without it, I'd probably go insane. That's a fact, but enough about it. Cause when I started, they would laugh, but I was tough about it. And all the negativity, I give a fuck about it. But I ain't got no more left to give. I'm just trying to live my life with my kids and my wife and my homies as we tear apart the mic every night. Out on tour with my brothers, nothing more, nothing less. As long as we feeling that happiness, and that's the only thing that matters. I swear to God, this shit is gonna be more than just a dream in the Paragon. We gonna be rocking crowds, waking up the next day. Hit the stoop, play a beat, hit the booth, drop some bars, that's the truth, yeah. I told you we were gonna have some fun with this one. It all started with just $1 and a dream. Got a team behind me to kill the scene. Get this money, get this green. The realists know what I mean. Yeah, the shit is in my jeans, but I never fold. Sick like COVID, these other rappers just a common cold. Thought I'd never be able to make it up out the bottom, but I just look at my friends and my family and tell them I got them. Do this for my daughters, cause the money ain't have a lot of it. Never wanna look at Sadie and say that money's a problem. Set them up for life and take care of the future generations who knew I'd be able to. From the music made in the basement, all the ones who ain't believe it or never thought I'd achieve it. I'll see and I got a deal, now they look at me in amazement. Ain't it funny how people jump on the bandwagon when they see I'm taking off after saying it wouldn't happen? They vision's black and can't see the future I see, and that's okay. I'll just follow the roadway till we get so paid. Now I'm ready to take on the world and I'll kill it one day at a time. Perfection would be a crime if they had a flow like mine. I just follow the signs. If you thought that I would fail, I hold up 3 fingers so you can read between the lines. This was meant to be. Trust me, I'm doing this by design. Hit some bumps along the way, but it's all just part of the climb. Yeah, just be myself, and so I'm just having fun with these rhymes. I'ma do this till I'm buried 6 feet inside of a pine. Yeah.
No, I think he was being funny, like you should name a song Too Many Theories to Choose.
With Google Workspace, Calendar lets you...
Because I know sometimes it's hard for people to find me because...
I'm just chilling in the basement, man, just in the studio.
Just know my name. No, you're good, my bad. I run my suck too much.
No, you're good, Bubba.
I'm just chilling in the basement, man, just in the studio, just sipping on this beer, thinking about the good old days. Carpe Noctem, man, my first album. I used to seize the night and stay up until 1, 2 in the morning writing after work. And I was in such a bad mental space in that time of my life, man. But things are looking up right now, man. I'm so excited, man. I have never been happier with where I'm at right now. And to be honest, I'm tired of rapping about how I think I'm better than this and that. And I want to bring it back to why I started doing this shit, man. I want to rap for fun, so that's what I'm about to do for y'all. Hey, yo, I never thought that it'd be like this. Just cover paper with my feelings. 4 years later, I still ain't broke through the ceiling. These are real tracks from the basement. I know they feel that. Just go and chase your dreams. On my mama, I'ma instill that mentality. I know that might be the reality, to give up when the road gets tough. You'll never feel you giving up, I promise you do. But the world wants you to fail, and I promise it's true. Just gotta keep it pushing, don't forget your roots and why you started doing what you do. Remember not to do it for fame and always do it for you. And keep in mind you're gonna hit bumps, but it's gonna be very few compared to all the blessings you get as soon as you make it through. Just trust me. Trust me. got tired of rapping just to show that I'm better. That don't mean nothing to me. Making my daughters proud is all that means something to me. My wife and my mother, my father, my brothers, I slay the mic with. Can't forget my day ones I've always been tight with. I might just pour me a drink cause we celebrating now. No longer concerned with the public's opinions of approval. I'm doing me and there ain't no room for debating how. I'm going back to that mentality when I started writing about my reality. It used to be dark, but I found the light, and now I'm bringing my inner vision to life. They were right when they told me I should go and hang up the mic, cause it lit a fire right up under me. Man, what a beautiful sight it's become. No longer trying to be the one that they want. I'ma be the one that I need. Just rap and do it for me and not for anyone else, cause I bet that's how I succeed. Just gotta remember to breathe as I pick up the pen, let it bleed. Just gotta trust me. Trust me.
I love that.
Yeah, motherfucker hitting, bro.
Yeah. So the Carpe Diem, that whole album, man, was really good. It was one of my favorite projects that I'd ever put out, just for the simple fact that like it was a sequel to my very first album that I put out. Carpe Noctem, which in Latin means seize the night, was the first album I put out. And that was, the content was great in the music. Like what I was rapping about was good. The flows were good. My delivery was very poor just because I was just starting out. I sounded very monotone. Hits Haven. Yeah, you got to put 30. It's Th30ry. I was 30 years old when I started doing music. So I put my Linktree link in the chat just so everybody who wants to follow, hopefully you do, but anybody who wants to follow can go ahead and click on that and it'll bring you to all my different profiles on the music streaming
Yeah, I'm
service.
fixing to post it over here on YouTube too.
Yeah, it'll bring you to all the streaming services that you can listen to, the major ones at least, and then it'll give you links to all my social media as well. But yeah, so Carpe Noctem was just, I was in that really negative mental space, and now for Carpe Diem, 4 years later, you know, I'm in the most positive and healthy mindset that I've been in, and so I was like, you know what, seize the day, kind of do the other side of that coin, you know, to show the light. So Sadie. Jesus.
Sound like she having fun over there.
She's over here doing something.
Doing kid stuff.
Yeah, yelling at somebody. But yeah, so Carpe Diem was a good album, man. It was one of my favorite projects. I kind of steered away from, you know, trying to rap to prove that I was better than that I was, you know, better than this person, that person, you know, this group, that group, whatever it was. And I just kind of got back to the original reasons why I started doing music. And that was kind of what I wanted. So.
Hell yeah. Gotta handle that dad business.
Yeah, she's being crazy.
That's how it goes, man. Kids don't need nothing or don't do nothing until you start doing something. And then all of a sudden they need everything.
Well,
yeah.
Songs when you have some time.
For what?
What's that, boss lady?
Let's take 2 songs and you have some time.
There you go. Yeah, let's run 2 more. Let's get it.
Which one you choosing now? Ah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The client review was brutal.
So this song was actually like a massive Travis Scott influence. I was just goofing off and I was wanting to just make, I heard like the crazy kind of trippy sort of beat, and I was like, okay. And so I penned this whole song in like 20 minutes.
Hell yeah.
And it was just a vibe. So, but I wanted to have fun with it. So.
They don't think that I'm the one. I'll be like, oh yeah. Told me not to take it serious and I should do it just for fun. Oh yeah. The industry is cutthroat, it really isn't meant for everyone. Oh yeah. But I've been knowing that I'm built for it. All the blood I spilled for it got me like, yeah. Progress is a process. Everybody always want that overnight success. That shit is nonsense. I'm just riding on my own wave. Give a fuck about what you saying. I make my own fate. Careful who I let inside my circle. It's a closed gate. All this work we putting in, at least we know the toll's paid. Now it's time to flex. Haters only mad because I'm next. The music speaks, I'm better than the rest. Don't believe me, then just put me to the test. Ain't a damn thing that I can't do. Always went this hard while you acting brand new. Hit the Vegas Strip, about to be Japan too. You ain't talking hustle, I don't understand you. That's why they got me like, oh yeah. They don't think that I'm the one. I'll be like, oh yeah. Told me not to take it serious and I should do it just for fun. Oh yeah. The industry is cutthroat, it really isn't meant for everyone. Oh yeah. But I've been knowing that I'm built for it. All the blood I spilled for it got me like, yeah. Ain't no surprise though. They doubt the boy, but I could do this with my eyes closed. They said I'd never get with Logic, then I won with a song I did for fun. Next day I'm flying out to Plain Idol. Headlighted out of state, yeah. Guess that's what happens when you work it every day, yeah. Y'all should've believed me when I said this ain't a phase. I would tell you it's a dream and you would say that I was dazed and confused. I don't lose. I'ma keep doing what I do. Climbing up the ladder as I just enjoy the view. Ready for whatever, I just hope you're ready too. I'm just proving what I already knew. It's overdue. Oh yeah. They don't think that I'm the one. I'll be like, oh yeah. Told me not to take it serious and I should do it just for fun. Oh yeah. The industry is cutthroat, it really isn't meant for everyone. Oh yeah. But I've been knowing that I'm built for it. All the blood I spilled for it got me like, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely can see that on there.
Travis Scott vibe for sure.
Yeah.
Missing teeth
Definitely
ruin your
makes
life.
sense now.
I don't ever use that much auto-tune, but I wanted to have
It just
fun.
fit? Yeah, no, it fit.
Shout out to Binks for this song.
This is a dope fucking record too. Yeah, shout out Binks.
Yeah, I made this beat and sent it to him with a verse and a hook on it, and he was like, okay. And Binks is a fairly big artist, and he's the homie. I just talked to him today, actually. So, shout out to Binks. If you don't know who he is, check him out.
Thought you had it all figured out. Filling my head with the doubt, saying the love you always showed was pretend. Told me I wasn't good enough and you never really cared, but you only say that cause you think you intend. Swore that I never let you make me feel this way. You were worth the blood, sweat, and tears that I paid. I'm better without you, and I finally found my way home. Lost and loveless, baby, never again. I opened my eyes and realized I got more to offer than you ever will. With that fake love that you showed me, probably thought I'd be stuck up forever still. But I've learned my lesson, ain't no more stressing about what you're doing. I'm through with guessing if this was real or were you just possessive. Either way you put it, it's a weird obsession. I'm done. And even though it hurts, I know it's for the better. You're a fatal poison put on Cupid's arrow, and I let it shame me like a scarlet letter. Those arguments would make me a wreck, but you lure me back with that makeup sex, and you let me think that everything was good so you could break me down and leave me with the mess. You thought you broke me, truth be told you woke me up. You just provoked me, sad you never showed me love. Ain't really know me, just try to control me, but that was the old me, yeah, that was the old me. Thought you had it all figured out, filling my head with the doubt, saying the love you always showed was pretend. Told me I wasn't good enough and you never really cared, but you only say that cause you think you intend. Swore that I never let you make me feel this way. You weren't worth the blood, sweat, and tears that I paid. I'm better without you, and I finally found my way home. Lost and loveless, baby, never again.
One time for the lies you told, and the first time I've been on that rodeo. Two-time it, little two-face, trying to Juliet to my Romeo. Trying to hold composure, know my worth, and you know it's over. Push you back where you pull me closer, back and forth on this roller coaster. I've been checking up mileage, we ain't gone nowhere since the discovery phase. Nothing we change, trying to color things shades of gray. All we do is just plummet each day. Damn, when the love of me change, in the pain I discover each way I turn, get burned, and I suffer these things for the love of somebody I'd love to replace. Girl, you put my heart in a cage, try to turn me into an animal. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Think she feeds on the pain, she's a vampire, a cannibal. Loving you is intangible. Build you up and you knock us down. Got me weighing my options now, like you more when you not around. How we supposed to find common ground? Love is free, but you cost so much that loving you is just not in budget. Better yet, let's just not discuss it. Guess you'll always be lost in love.
Thought you had it all figured out, filling my head with the doubt, saying the love you always showed was pretend. Told me I wasn't good enough and you never really cared, but you only say that cause you think you intend. Swore that I never let you make me feel this way. You weren't worth the blood, sweat, and tears that I paid. I'm better without you, and I finally found my way home. Lost and loveless, baby, never again.
Yeah, shout out to Binks, man. That dude's massively talented. Massively talented.
Yeah, that's a fire ass record, man.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah,
Michelle said that's one of her favorites. Yeah, she bangs that one all the time.
Yeah, I was wanting to work with Binks. I listened to Binks when I first started rapping. My buddy Brian Watts, he was the one who introduced me to Binks's music, and I loved it. The first song I heard from him was Dangerous. And Seven Way James, hey, thank you so much. And Misty, thank you as well. I see y'all in the comments. Thank you. But I loved Binks's music, and I was like, man, this dude is talented as fuck. Like, he can sing, he can rap, he produces, he engineers, he knows so much about music, and he's just such a talented individual. So I remember telling Ryan, like, I'm gonna be on a song with this dude one day, watch. And he was like, okay. And then I get on Instagram one day. This is years ago, like 3 years ago, and probably longer than that, actually. It probably goes back like 4 or 5, to be honest with you. But because it was when I was living in my very first apartment, so it had to have been like 2020. And I got on Instagram one day, and Binks was live, and he was just talking to his fans, whatever. And I got on the live, and I sent a request to join his live to like share the video. And I was like, I'm probably not going to get chosen. And then he chose my shit. He accepted my invite. And I was like, oh shit. And so like I had to get like my whole shit ready. And I started talking to him, and we were just chopping it up about music and equipment that he uses and like all that. And years later, I hit him up on Instagram, and I was like, yo, how much would you charge me for a feature? And he told me the price, and I was like, all right, bet. One of these days when I'm able to, throw some money towards a feature, then, I'll get you going. I'd love to do a song with you. And he was like, yeah. So then finally I was able to get him the money for the feature, and that was Lost and Loveless, the one that we just heard. And like I said, I made that beat, and I recorded the verse and hook, and he was like, I sent it to him, and I'm like, this one's the one I want you on. And I emailed it to him, and he hit me back like a week later with his feature, and I was blown away, and it just felt so cool. Like I was like, oh my God, like this is the coolest. Like it was the biggest feature I had done. One of the biggest features that I had done, because I have that one with Chris Calico and Jaron Benton. But the Binks feature was one that I cultivated.
I was gonna say it was a more personal for you, like you know, an artist you really, really fuck with, and it's one of those, like you said, you manifested that to come fucking true.
Yeah. So it felt so dope. And then you know, we exchanged phone numbers and we started talking. Just every once in a while would just jump on FaceTime and just bullshit. And then we actually got a couple more songs that are in the vault right now. Me and Binks got one song that he actually wanted me on. So it's one of his songs, and that one's going to come out sometime this year, more than likely. And we're gonna try and meet up and shoot a video together. And then another one that I'm going to be releasing is a Th30ry song featuring him and Berserk. So you know, we're still putting in some work. And like I said, I just talked to Binks yesterday on the phone, and we were texting today a little bit. But you know, he's the homie now, man. Like we've developed that cool relationship where, you know, he's not someone who's untouchable anymore. You know what I mean? Like he's
so cool, man. Like when you have those experiences, you know, because we were talking about this on the podcast that I do the other night. Like they always say you should never meet your idols, you know, because it taints and leaves a bad taste in your mouth. But it's always dope hearing those experiences that are the opposite, because fortunate enough for me, I've had more positive experiences than I have with the negatives as well. But I have had those few that I was like, well, I'm not sure I can fuck with this dude's music anymore. Like, you know, because it's just, at the end of the day, man, like we all started this for one reason. You know, I don't give a fuck if you are Eminem or you were a dude that just picked up the microphone yesterday. We all started this because it helps us escape our reality. It's therapeutic. It is, you know, whatever you break it down to, it moves us. Something inside of us spoke to us to do this. So I don't care your views, your bank account, none of that. Like, we all came for the same purpose. So if I show up to a show, headliner or not, if you're the guy hanging out in the back in the green room, you don't give a fuck about none of your openers, you know, barely shake hands with the fans, you know, all that, I can't rock with that, because to me, that's not what we do this for. Like, you got your bag, bro, that's cool, but don't just get the bag and, you know, do your set and fucking bounce, man. Like, that's something I can never fuck with.
Yeah, and that's why like it was really cool when I met Stevie Stone, and I got to be kind of like in the same show as him when I performed at that. The first time I met him was when I went to perform for Buckshot's you know, New Year's Jam or whatever, the New Year's concert. And he had Stevie Stone out there, and I got to meet him, you know, shake his hand, whatever, get an autograph, because I like Stevie Stone a lot. I've always liked his music.
Stevie's always been hella underrated.
Yeah, he's a super cool dude, man. And so I, you know, it really kind of made me feel good that after his show, after his set, since he was like basically the headlining artist, he stayed after the show when people were clearing out of the venue, and he was passing out like weed brownies, like weed cupcakes, and he was just handing them out, and like my wife grabbed him, we took a picture with him, like with the brown or the cupcakes and everything, and he was cool. And then the second time I got to meet him, he remembered me, and because he played at the WWME Hall when it was supposed to be Stevie Stone and Cut Calhoun, and it was the day of my birthday.
Yeah, I remember when y'all did that show. Yeah,
it was the day of my birthday, July 21st of 2023, and I was like, dude, I'm doing a show with Stevie Stone and Cut Calhoun on my birthday, but then Cut Calhoun couldn't make it, so they had Buckshot come.
That flight fucked up or something on him. Yeah, I remember that shit.
I was so upset because I met Cut too, and we got to exchange some information too, man. And he's another super cool dude. And
Cut makes dope music too, man. He was another like. Him and Stevie both I always felt were hella slept on, man. Their lyricism is fucking top notch for sure.
For sure, yeah. And I love both of those guys. And so Stevie, like I remember and another case of manifestation, right? I had manifested for like months before the show in July for my birthday show. I was like, Stevie Stone's gonna fucking see my set list. He's gonna love it, and he's gonna want to work with me. Watch. And then I performed my set. Stevie came out. He pulled me to the side, and he was like, "Yo, your set was dope. You're super talented. Let's work." And I was like, and he's like, "You got your phone on you?" And I was like, "I already follow you." He's like, "No, I'm gonna give you my number." And I'm just like,
what?
I fucking, and my buddy Patrick, who's somebody I grew up with since we were like fucking 8 years old. We've known each other, and so he was down. He came down from Chicago and came for the birthday celebration, and he was at the show with his brother. And he had my phone, and he was drunk, and I walked over to him, and I'm just like, "Bitch, give me my phone." And he goes, "Why? What do you need it for?" And I'm like, "I swear to God, Patrick, I will fucking knock you out, dude." Like, I will knock my phone right now. Yeah, I was like, "Give me my phone." So he gives it to me after I told him. He was like, "Oh shit, all right, yeah, you're about to get Stevie Stone's number. Here you go." So he gave me my phone back, and I walked over to Stevie, and I was like, "You know, here you go." And he gave me his number, and we've talked a couple times. But man, I feel that though with like not meeting your idols, because like sometimes I've always been kind of worried that like I'm going to meet these people that I've like just idolized in music and like who have inspired me to be the artist that I am. And I'm going to meet them and I'm going to be like, "You're a fucking asshole." You know what I mean? I'm worried about that. But like at the same time, I can't, you know, that's not going to change who I am. And that's not going to change what I do and how I do it either. You know?
I've never met Stevie, man, but I've always heard nothing but good things about him too, like similar stories to yours, man. And so it's dope to hear that. Like, and that's why I said it's great that we both had more positive experiences, because I've had a few negatives, and I'm sure you have too. And it does. But at the end of the day, it constantly reminds us what we're doing this for sure. So
definitely, yeah. And I mean with Binks too, you know, we got to perform. Like I called him the one day, and I was like, "Hey man, how much would you charge to do a show?" And he was like, "Well, you know," he gave me his price. And I'm like, "All right, cool." So I called the owner of Big Homies Records. It was back when I was with them. And I was like, "Hey, you know, this is how much he would charge." And he's like, "Let's put it together in Vegas." So he's like, "All right." So I got the three of us on a call, and we talked, and we set it up. And on I think it was March 30th of last year, we did the show in Vegas, and Binks stayed with us in the Airbnb. So all of us, like that whole weekend, we were chilling, and he brought like his 2 speakers and his MacBook and a mic, and like we were just in there vibing, making music. Like he made like 4 beats for me, and like I'm just sitting there next to him, like chopping it up with him in person. And like, bro, when I say this dude is like stupid talented, like he would freestyle off the top of his head like a whole song, and it would be a hit. I'd be like, "How the fuck do you do that?" And he's like, "Well, almost 20 years of doing it." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, that'll do it." But like he's so dope, man. And like I love that I'm able to continue that relationship and that friendship with him, man, because he's a very seasoned artist, and he's very talented, and I'm just very fortunate to have somebody like that in my corner that I can talk to.
Well, let's get the next 2 rolling. Let's get it.
Let's do it.
Oh, Falling from Grace. Hell yeah.
This is the one I was telling you about. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's deep, y'all. Definitely peep this one.
Yeah.
Love that cover too, man. That cover art's dope.
I'm obsessed with space. So it's like the Me Against the World album. That whole story. I'm working on a cool album for that. So keep an ear out for that.
Yeah. Can't seem to escape this fate. Try pleasing the masses just to be told that my music ain't even great. It's way below average, people so cold, and how many followers you get defining success. It's crazy to think how I do what I love for a living, but somehow I still don't feel blessed. Ain't get enough views on that clip that I posted a week ago. God damn, must mean that I suck. Meanwhile, the video trending right now is a girl on the gram say she down to get fucked. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I'm posting my content, crossing my fingers for luck, and hoping they playing my songs. But hundreds of streams will still only get you $1. So how in the hell do I win? Do I change who I am? Do I put out an album by selling drugs, fucking bitches, foreign cars, all the riches, gang, Glocks and switches? Maybe they'll love it and I can go viral, but is the fame worth it if I'm losing myself in the process, forcing my heart and my head in a downward spiral?
I feel like I've been losing myself for far too long. Far too long. Far too long. I don't really even know what I've been trying to do. It seems like I've been floating away. You love me, then you love me not. These feelings gon' put me in the grave. But I don't really even know what I've been trying to prove. It feels like I've been falling from grace. I won't lose myself just to prove myself to the people that don't want me to change. But I gotta adapt, the old way don't work no more. So I gotta change up the grind before I get left behind. I'm already midway to 40 and worried I'll never be hitting my prime. You tell me to always stay true to myself, but then when I do it, I'm wasting my time. Just give me a sign. I don't wanna change, don't wanna conform, but I know I gotta do something and soon. Cause then if I don't, I'm breaking the norm. And fuck social media, all of that hatred been bringing me down. I go to perform and post up a reel to show how I did, then get all these messages about how I'm corny. Nobody does that, you should just stop. Put out the song, I bet you it flops. Hang up the mic, your flow is too basic. No wonder your Spotify listeners dropped. This is the shit that I get for pursuing my passion, thinking one day I'm a pop, and maybe I might. But all that I know is I'm gonna continue to rise to the top. I ain't losing myself. I don't really even know what I've been trying to do. It seems like I've been floating away. You love me, then you love me not. These feelings gon' put me in the grave. But I don't really even know what I've been trying to prove. It feels like I've been falling from grace. I won't lose myself just to prove myself to the people that don't want me to change. I don't really even know what I've been trying to do. It seems like I've been floating away. You love me, then you love me not. These feelings gon' put me in the grave. But I don't really even know what I've been trying to prove. It feels like I've been falling from grace. I won't lose myself just to prove myself to the people that don't want me to change.
I appreciate all that love on there, man.
That's that conscious hip hop right there, man.
Yeah. It's a deep meaning for that one.
Oh man,
Here,
this is
shout out to
favorites.
David Willis. David Willis, man, my fellow Marine Corps brother.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and wifey. So
much love, y'all. This is another one of my favorites from you, bro.
This is my favorite song that I've done to date. So
No
y'all
shit.
enjoy it.
You can go and tell my family that I made it out the struggle. Moving like a boss, can't nobody stop the hustle. And if you in the way, let's just say that you in trouble. Cause once I get the grinding on this music, I see tunnel vision, y'all. I was way down low, I mean way down so much to make the shit a living that I gave my soul. But I knew that I would win, just had to play my role. Sacrifice a lot of time so I obtained my goals tonight. And yet I always seem to second guess. Cause of my skin tone, they saying that I'm just a guest. Plus I was 30, so they started coming at my neck. So many shots been fired, I've been feeling like I need a vest. Fuck that. I'ma show them what I got. And all the ones who said I'd fail, I'll admit my shit is hot. And all the ones who came before me, I'ma see them at the top. Cause I ain't never gonna stop. Now I ain't never gonna stop until I drop. Just know that I'ma do my thing. And regardless of the turnout, that'll always stay the same. And I don't give a damn what people say. I stay hella busy paving my own lane. So tell them all I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry that I'm not sorry, but I'm not. I've been rapping to keep my mentality straight. Ignore all the hate, cause everybody got a fucking opinion. I tell them I'll get the hell out of my face. I felt out of place, but I raised a bar so damn high you could see it in space. Get back to the basics, no wonder the industry a disgrace. I'm spitting out straight up facts, flow too dope, get them on a relapse. Saying you better than me, that's cap, and I put it on God. I would never go back to the days where I felt like I ain't have shit. I done came way too far to quit, and I got my day ones that's behind me, showing me love, and I gotta admit that I ain't never felt as good as when I'm downstairs in the studio, making beats and dropping heat. Get me so high I can feel the vertigo. Can't tell me what to do, my life is not a puppet show. And I won't apologize for doing me, so come and fight me, bro. Came in the game and I'm breaking necks. Got so many rappers I don't respect, and I'm killing them all with no second guess. Told everybody that I reach success, so you better be ready cause I've been up next. And you better believe that I'ma be the best. Don't know why they acting like I ain't a savage. They about to be mad, my tracks have been slapping and napping on me. I can only imagine what happened these rappers will take when they find out I rap for the passion and not for the gram of the fashion. This shit is a habit and I've been a visionary. Shit is literary, let's go. Just know that I'ma do my thing, and regardless of the turnout, that'll always stay the same. And I don't give a damn what people say. I stay hella busy paving my own lane. So tell them all I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry that I'm not sorry, but I'm not.
That song is a slapper, dude.
Slapping like Country Boy Kev's fucking slap fest.
Shout out to Berserk too. He that's his favorite song of mine.
No shit. Yeah, we got him lined up coming up in a couple weeks, man. So
I saw that. Yeah,
I'm excited, man. Shout out Boss Lady for, like I said, I made my couple mentions when they first brought me on, and we, she does all the booking and shit. So like I said, man, I know so many people, like I didn't want to over flood, and everybody's like, oh man, Obsoletia's bringing on all his homies. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, but I fucking know a lot of people too, guys. Like this, we need people. I'm fucking sending them. Like I don't, Boss Lady picks them, and shit. Like Cartoon, the guy that's coming on next week, man, he's a dude. I haven't met him personally, but I've been following him on Facebook for a long time, and he hops onto the podcast that I do with Hickerbilly a lot and shit, and just another one of them guys, shows a lot of love, man. And that's it, man. Like I love being able to showcase. Like I said, man, I consider you my brother. Same thing with Berserk, same thing like with Fat Shane, all you guys, from the hometown. But I'm also a fan of your guys, man. So it's like, I love that I get to bring you guys up here. And as an artist, I know what that does for you. But as a fan, I'm like, I get to sit here and vibe out with my homie and their fucking music, man. Like,
no, I love this, man. I love doing stuff like this. I'm trying to do it more. I've gotten a lot of love from the veteran community with veteran podcasting. And I've been on quite a few of those guys' shows. David Willis with Homefront Sit Rep. So shout out to Homefront Sit Rep, because they've been huge supporters of my music. David met me at a show that I was performing at live for veteran suicide awareness a couple years ago. And he was like, I'd love to have you on the podcast when I'm ready to, get it going. And I was like, absolutely. And, I jumped on and I did my interview with him, and it was just a great time. And, him and his family, he's got a beautiful family, and, they're there. He's one of my biggest supporters, man. He always shares
that
my
genuine
stuff.
love, man. It hits different. Like it
Absolutely.
really does.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
so
Like
that's
you
your
said right here,
Marine
day
brother
one.
too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
We
What's
didn't
up, Boss
serve
Lady?
together, but yeah.
Just to cut in a little. But where I was.
Well, she must be looking for something. Oh
This
yeah,
is what,
old Mug's
Travis
money
Scott-
hard at work. I don't know where the hell that is. That looked like a movie theater, but I want to go in that motherfucker.
Why does that look like the Five Nights at Freddy's, like a scene from
Bro,
Five
it
Nights?
was definitely like horror movie vibe, wasn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what old Mugs, they're tearing out, man. He was down in Texas last week, and then I'm guessing, I think he said he might be up towards Chicago or somewhere now. I can't remember where he said, but yeah, they doing remodels and shit. So, and Mugs, you already know, man, I got your back. Fucking, Mugs, I met him, we've been going on 7 months now, Boss Lady doing this show. So I met them probably about 7 months ago, man. And Mugs, that's my bro, man. And like I said, I love the concept they had going, and Muggs is another dope artist, man. And I love having him on here because he's like a 3-6 Mafia kind of vibe guy. Like that's his style. He loved that trap shit. And it's always dope getting guys on here like that you wouldn't expect him to like. And I see him over there fucking rocking out. And he's like, yeah, I fucks with this. And I always tell people, I'm like, not trying to be an ass, but if Muggs is fucking with you, like that says something. Because dude, he loves his trap shit, man. That's his style. But getting him on here and he's fucking vibing out, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, and that's so funny too, because like I get that a lot from people who are like, I'm not necessarily really into a lot of hip hop music, and then they'll hear me and be like, I actually really like this. I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
you're talking about real stuff. It's from the heart. Like I can hear the emotion in your voice, and I love turning those people around into fans and just supporters. Hey, Muggs, thank you. I appreciate the subscription, man. Thank you.
Yeah, and I told him a little bit about you before he was coming on, but I tell everybody, man, I like, getting that genuine, like, get you on here and you check out the music yourself. And then Muggs, man, he's like me. We love hearing it for the first time, man. I love when people come on here and I haven't really heard nothing about them, so I get to get that first time reaction to it. I'm like, fuck yeah, man. Like, it's just something about that genuine feeling of hearing a good artist for the first time.
Yeah. That's why I try to keep it authentic with my music, man. Just something that people can relate to, something that people can understand. But that's not saying that like everything I'm gonna put out is gonna be, conceptual or super like deep. You know what I mean? Like I get in those zones where I want to talk about something fun or talk about something goofy, or like with the "Oh Yeah" track. Like I heard that and it reminded me like a spacey kind of Travis Scott vibe. And I decided to go with a Travis Scott influence, and I just went
fucking ran with it.
I got on the mic and I just did what I did. And
that is one thing about you. You are pretty versatile, man. Like, you've got different styles and shit. Like, you do have that lyrical conscious shit, but like you said, you got them fun tracks, man. Like Freak Show with you and Berserk's one of my favorite. And then that Naughty record that y'all have too, man. Like that's so much fun, man. Like, that's just one of those songs you just can't help but fucking.
Well, that was all Joey, man. That was all Berserk. I had that beat that I was sitting on for a while, and he decided to go with the concept for Courage the Cowardly Dog, and he wrote the whole song. And
no shit.
And he was like, I need you to do Courage. And I was like, all right, cool. So I did. That's the only part that I have in the song is just I'm making those Courage the Cowardly Dog, like that's the only thing that I do in the song. But like, everybody loves it.
Dude, it is, man. And that's why I said that's what I love about you guys, man. Like, and then you'll drop some shit like that Stars Align off that little EP that you guys did with Mondo again. Like, that's one of my go-tos, man. Like, I spin that one a lot, on the show and just in general as well, because that's a personal one for me. Like, I can relate to that shit, and that's why I said that's what I like about you guys, man. You're not afraid to have the fun, playing around records, even though y'all are the deep, lyrical, known for the lyrical content as well. So
yeah. And I mean, even with like some of the other stuff that I've done, like me and Ryan Watts had the whole punk rock song.
Yep.
The whole punk rock album that we dropped. You know what I mean? So and I agree with Muggs too. Tired of hearing music that all sounds the same. So when you hear different music, it's refreshing. It's true, man. And like that's why I want to be versatile with my releases and with the stuff that I do, because I like all different types of genres of music.
That's it.
And I like rock music. I have a big rock influence in some of my music, and I'm working on a heavy rock EP right now. I don't know when it's going to come out, but but I mean, I got
that'll be dope though.
Yeah, and it's cool, man. And I have other songs with Ryan Watts, especially that we have some heavier rock songs coming out, and it's just I love doing all that stuff because I want to catch people by surprise. I don't want people to hear, oh well, Th30ry, okay, so it's going to be on some conscious shit. Like, it's not always what it is. You know what I mean? I do like that stuff, but that's why I vibe with Kendrick Lamar so much in the heat of all this, him and Drake beef that's been going on. I side with Kendrick more, and I've always sided with Kendrick more because I relate more to his style of music, and I appreciate that art form and that culture influence. And
it's that poetic art form that we were talking about earlier, man. Like, so
refreshing.
Well, shit, looks like we got 2 more on the playlist. So, Boss Lady, go ahead and run them, and then we can finish it up for the night, man. I know everybody in the chat's been enjoying it.
Yeah,
this is a good one off this album too, man. Like,
this one I was just talking my shit.
You gotta talk shit sometimes.
Yeah, this one I was just running my mouth, and I was like, you can't do it like me, bro.
You can see I'm on the rise, but you don't got it like me. Woo! Yeah, bitch, get like me. Yeah, hold up, yeah. You don't got it like me. You ain't got it like me. Hell no, never that.
goddamn, I done did it again. Yeah, man. I'm a beast with a pen. Been the shit, little homie. You ain't gotta pretend that I ain't got heads banging from beginning to end. Trying to bring me down, dog. That's a swing and a miss. That's a swing and a miss. But why you being a bitch? Even in your prime, you can never keep up with this. I got bars, got beats. It's a critical hit. And I'm too legit to quit. My mind is dangerous. They tried to take some shots, but they were aimless. The music nowadays is sounding brainless. So how much dick you suck so you can make it? Huh. Bet it's been a lot, huh? Yeah. Other slurping to get you right to the top, huh? You ain't got the skill, motherfucker. Better stop, bro. At least to record myself, I ain't got a slide now. Bitch, better watch your mouth. You throwing stones with a glass house. Yeah. I'ma fuck the game and blow its back out. Spitting too insane, they getting mad now. Cause I won't let them in my lane so they can cash out. Might wanna back down. Yeah. Trying to hate on me, you looking like a sad clown. Dumb fuck, came from the bottom, look where I'm at now. I'm just kinda curious if anybody's still rap now. Hit 'em up, give a fuck what you think. Still a killer even at 33. Yeah. Ain't nobody saying nothing to me. I'm too focused, trying to make sure I get this green. Gotta get this. Used to need that THC till I found rap. Now it's that TH3. 0 RY, motherfuckers can't touch me. Couldn't do it if you tried. I'm on the rise, but you know you don't got it like me. Woo! Yeah, bitch, get like me. Yeah, hold up, yeah. You know you don't got it like me. You ain't got it like me. Hell no, never that. Hey, all right, yeah, all right. See the hate in your eyes, cause you know you don't got it like me. The hate in your eyes, that's facts. Bitch, get like me. Yeah, hold up. You know you don't got it like me. You ain't got it like me, little bitch. Yeah, get like me. Yeah, hold up, yeah. You know you don't got it like. Who's stopping my shit? I'll wait. Can't nobody around here do it like me. I'm the best in the Ville. Th30ry, dog, you crazy. There's a lot of other artists who've been keeping up. Yeah, show me one, let them get on the track of me, they get eaten up. True. Still hungry, so I could never eat enough. So this for everyone who told me I'd never be enough. Watch this, I'ma kill him and grill him and give him everything I got until I'm burning the building. Nobody's safe because they always wanna pay me the villain. I figured I would play the part, better make me a killer though, cause I'm feeling myself and not because of it. I've been chilling in my zone, on a mission to take the throne, make it my home. Yeah. Too grown to play all these little kid games, going insane. I'm smacking them like I'm Rick James. Cause they bitch made, they playing like it's a Squid Game. Yeah. I can hate if you want, but I'm doing big things. Always staying true and I promise I never switch lanes. Y'all know when I get in the booth, I be spitting big flames. Yeah, that's a known fact. Yeah. But someone looking at me like I really don't rap. I can give a fuck if you step into me, I won't back down. Got a taste of the greatness, I never go back now. Like, how you expect to go at my neck and think I won't do something to protect my rep? You suspect. If you come at me with disrespect, I'll bring the Wu-Tang sword, no inspect the deck. I laid the rest of stress and depression that kept me from being at my best. And now I got success, I'm a GPS going berserk on these motherfuckers. See, I'm on the rise, but you know you don't got it like me. Whew. Fuck. Finally. Shit.
Hell no, they ain't got it like me.
That one's fun, man.
Fuck yeah, it is. Oh yeah.
So this is a new music video that just dropped yesterday. Shout out to Tato on the track for producing the whole EP. Enjoy, y'all.
Even though the dark times dim my shine, I hold you close and feel you never be mine. But still I gotta keep on trying, cause you're still the one that I want. Yeah, still the one that I want. You're still the one that I want. Started off slow, we know what we getting into. I just felt safe from the pain that I've been through. Had to cut ties, no surprise that my life got better with you by my side. See it with a clear view. Leave the past there, no more looking through the rear view. Future's looking bright, I can't wait for them to hear you. Cause I know when they do, they gon' cheer you. Have no fear, you got a long way to go, but you're moving up. Have faith that you ain't gonna screw it up. And the flow got dope when you tuned it up. Hit song after song, go with you, no more hard times, boy, you've been through enough. Time to take you to a place you ain't never been. Gotta hold on to the dream, even though it'll feel like you'll never win. Time is measured in the memories, and you've made some along the way. But the music's your remedy, making stress feel it's gone away. Disappear in the melodies, now you're doing fine. The path that you're on is a true design, and you can bet that. Break on through the setbacks, trust that you're right where you're supposed to be. Even though the dark times dim my shine, I hold you close and feel you never be mine. But still I gotta keep on trying, cause you're still the one that I want. Yeah, still the one that I want. You're still the one that I want.
After you, like always, give you my long days, and I won't part ways for anything. I lost cause on the dark train, I'm led by a heart flame. Play me like an arcade and still I stay. One day you'll see the good in me, I hope. What can I say? You're what I need, I know. To me you're a sweet noise, you ring, I float. So give me the beat, yeah, and free my soul.
And you know what you do to me, got me working so hard. So what I got, I need two of me, I don't make it too far, almost like you was fooling me. I've been running out of gas, but you're always refueling me. It's a premium expense, wouldn't change it for a thing in the world. Felt like a nobody till you found me, put a pen and pad into my hands, then a mic and said, let's give it a whirl. And years later, make a living for myself and my girl. So is it worth
Tell
it?
me why is the love a thing? I feel like I gotta purchase.
Wear my heart on my sleeve to feel like I got a purpose.
I cut it open, look how I bleed it out on these verses.
But you're still the one that I chase.
So I deserve it, something's gotta give, cause lately it's feeling worthless.
You playing hard to get, is it more than what's on the surface?
Tell me.
Music ain't my first but my last, love and it'll stay perfect. Cause even though the dark times dim in my shine, I'll hold you close and feel you'll never be mine. Still I gotta keep on trying, cause you're still the one that I want. Yeah, still the one that I want. You're still the one that I want.
Yeah. I seen you in the comments too, Bubba. So the thing we've learned, and that's something I got to talk to Boss Lady and Muggs, man. We just haven't had a chance. Muggs working again and shit, but we've learned, me doing the Swamp Radio and then these other podcasts, something about YouTube to StreamYard. It doesn't like it. Like it lowers the quality of the songs, and then even the videos like get choppy like that. And even sometimes like it's the internet as well. But like for the most part, it's something about YouTube to StreamYard. I don't know what it is. I'm not scientifically inclined to understand all that shit, but that's one of those things that we've learned. But yeah, definitely anybody in the chat checking it out that was digging it, fucking y'all go check that video out. Video's fire. The fucking track was fire. Like good shit from those guys, man.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a good song. We actually had a pack of 5 beats that Kato had produced, and we were like, we're going to do something to all these beats.
Yeah.
So that's where Hear Me Though came from. That's where, the other songs we got, Menace, Make It Make Sense. Not
Make
Today.
It Make Sense is one of my favorites, man.
That
That whole EP, man, that one and the one that y'all did right before that too, man. Like that one's another dope one. Like
the one.
Yeah, and I was actually talking about it the other night on the stream that I was doing with my other guys. We were talking about albums and like the concept of building an album from front to back and like structuring it from beginning to end, telling that story from beginning to end. And I was like, yeah, man, my guys did that with an album. Like, you can listen to it however you want to, but it's better if you do it beginning to end, it makes sense. And it's just, it was dope how you guys did that shit. And then the little skits in between. And I'm an old school hip hop head, so I appreciated all that shit, man.
Yeah, no. And what's funny about the Basket Case album, man, is that album was, so I had asked Berserk to do an album together, like a collab album, like years ago. And where he was at musically and where I was at musically, we were kind of just too busy. And
it just wasn't the right time.
Yeah, it just wasn't the right time for that collaboration to happen. We had done, singles together,
Right, yeah.
But as far as collabing on a whole project, it wasn't the right time. And so we had finally talked about it. And, after we got real close over the years, because Berserk actually introduced me at my very first live performance that I ever did.
No shit.
So yeah, so I've known him since I started doing music, basically. And
hell yeah.
And he was just always someone who was super cool about giving me the advice, and because he had been in it for a little while longer than me, so he gave me my advice, and I looked at him and a couple other those guys like Be Good and all them as like local celebrities.
And that was one too we mentioned a few times, man. I'm glad you brought him up again because I definitely wanted to shout him out again too, man. Shout out to Be Good, because that dude, underground legend in Louisville for one, but that dude, he has opened so many doors and shown so many people love, and he's one of those people like I'll go to my grave giving that man his flowers, because he's he's one of the reasons why I am where I am, because like Be Good was fucking with me before I was obsolete and been trying to get me to Louisville. So it's like Be Good's just that guy, man. So shout out Be Good for sure.
He's definitely given me quite a few opportunities as well. And the fact that him and I are good friends, I've always valued that friendship.
He's just a genuinely good dude. Him and his wife both, man. Just
good people. Yeah, I love them. And so with the whole thing with Berserk and the Basket Case album, it was like we had this collective of songs. Some were solo, some were, you know, ones that we did together, and we put them. We were just going to release just a smorgasbord of Berserk and Th30ry songs,
Right.
and we weren't going to have any story to it. And then Joey was like, the next day he texted me a note, like he shared a note like from his iPhone. He shared it to me, and he's like, "It's a lot to read, so read it when you have time. But this is going to be the storyline, and this is what I thought up." And I read it, and it was the storyline for Basket Case, where, you know, you're in the mental asylum, and I'm not supposed to be there, and like it was this whole thing. And I'm like, I've always given him his flowers for his creativity. He is one of the most
he's outside the box, one of the most creatively fucking. Oh, dude, it's insane.
Yeah, he's one of the most creative people I've ever met in my life, and so he came up with this whole thing, this whole storyline for the album, and I was like, this is fucking genius. And I was like, let's do it. And so we did, and we recorded the skits for it in between, and it was just, it came together so nice. And you know, we're still, you know, talking about carrying that whole story on, and
y'all definitely need to, man. Like, it would be a dope little series to bust out every now and then, like, just because you guys, again, and I don't want to take nothing away from you guys as solo artists, y'all are both fucking amazing solo artists, but you two, like, are the epitome of that iron sharpens iron. Like, when you guys get on a track, you know, it's kind of like the track that all three of us did together, where we just it brought the best out of each other, because we're like, man, not only, you know, we're fans of each other, man, and we all know that we all fucking bring it. So it's like, when you get the two of you in a room together working on some shit, and then, you know, the creative mind aspect of it as well, you know, all of that combined, it shows in the music, man. So definitely y'all need to keep that series running, even if it's a little couple track EPs here and there that you drop us with, man. Definitely keep it coming.
It'll make sense.
Yeah. And you guys have the vibe to do so, man. Like, and that's the one thing, like you said, Berserk, man, that was the one thing that put me really onto him and become a fan of him before I'd ever met him, was his videos and like the concepts, and just, you can tell he really puts a lot of thought into what he's doing. He's not trying to shoot a video. That dude's making movies with his music, man. And that's one of those lost art forms that I feel like a lot of people don't do anymore.
Yeah. And it's crazy to me, because like, a lot of people say that they absolutely love when we do music together, because it's like the yin and yang. Like, I have that more upbeat kind of positive sound where it's real lyrical, and then he's like the lyrical but like kind of dark and demon side, and like it's like the yin to the yang. So like when we came out with Freak Show, it was like my 80-year-old grandfather, like my stepdad's dad, he loves that song, and like it's my stepdad's favorite song. And like I'm sitting here like, this guy probably is gonna disown me for hearing it. I say, like, in the song, I'm like, 2 bitches, I'm gonna need at least 4. Got them thirsty as a motherfucker when the beat go, and it's like, all right,
that's funny as hell.
Not something that I imagine my 80-year-old grandfather to listen to, but he loves it. He's like, I want you to perform this when I come see you, and I'm just like, all right. Like,
I got you. Well, shit, man, we have hit that 8 o'clock mark. So with that being said, is there anything you want to say before we hop off here? Any shout outs you want to give, or anything else you want to let the people know about you that we hadn't already touched on?
I mean, we pretty much touched on everything, man. I just want to thank everyone who tuned in and jammed along with us, man, and all the people who have subscribed to my socials and everything. I appreciate all of you guys so much. It means the absolute world to me. You know, word of mouth travels very fast, and thank you guys, you know, for having me on the show as well, and thinking of me, keeping me in mind. A lot of big things coming. You guys will be seeing some real cool shit coming from FTB in the very near future. This year is going to be a good year. So I hope you guys enjoy the new content that's coming, and I love all of you. Mwah.
Hey, man, I'm excited to see the new content, and I appreciate you coming on. And like we always tell everybody, you know, we just because we had you on once don't mean we won't line you up to bring you back, because we always like to touch base and see how everybody's doing, man. That's another part of my favorite, and I know Muggs too, seeing everybody grow and seeing what everybody's accomplished over the next few months. So keep kicking ass, bro. Thank you for thank you for taking time out of your day, and being on here with me as always. Much love to you and the wifey and the fam, man, and keep kicking ass, Bubba.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, hell yeah, chat. We love y'all, and y'all be sure to tune in next Saturday. We got the homie Cartoon in the building, so y'all ain't gonna want to miss that one. That dude's a whole fucking vibe too. So shout out to the chat, and we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.